was dead. To begin with.
Yes, this must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story.
Old Marley was as dead as a doornail.
What is particularly dead about a doornail, anyway?
I might have been inclined, myself, to regard the coffin nail as the deadest piece of ironmongery in the trade.
Ah, you have a point there.
But the wisdom of our ancestors is in the simile. You will, therefore, permit me to repeat emphatically that Marley was as dead as a doornail.
The register of his death was signed by the clergyman, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it. Scrooge's name was good upon change. Anything he chose to put his name on.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. We had everything before us, we had nothing before us. We were all going direct to heaven. We were all going direct the other way.
Your 12 o'clock canceled, and somebody's waiting for you down at your office right now.
Who is it?
I don't know. They just showed up.
Why are you at your desk? Why are you here?
Waiting for you. I wanted to tell you as soon as you got here.
Do I have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago, Christmas Eve.
Well, I have no doubt that his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner. Anyway, I am Sister Anna Regina of Our Lady of Hope.
And what brings you here today, sister?
At this festive season of year, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute. They suffer greatly at this present time. Many thousands are in want of common necessaries. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are. Still, I wish I could say they were not.
The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor, then?
Both are very busy, sir.
Oh, good. I was afraid for a moment from what you said that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. I'm very glad to hear it.
Under the impression that they scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind or body to the multitude, a few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of war. We choose this time because it's this time of all others when want is keenly felt. What can I put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I already support the institutions that I mentioned through taxation. Those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would rather die.
If they'd rather die, then perhaps they should do it in... decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You worked your whole life making money, and people keep trying to take it away from you. Daphne.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Humbug.
Christmas humbug, Uncle. Surely you don't mean such a thing.
I do. Besides, are you here on business, or are you just here to waste my time like usual?
Just here to be with you, Uncle. Nothing more.
And what right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What reason have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
How can I be merry when I live in a world of fools such as this? If I had my way, every idiot who went about with the words Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle, surely you can't mean such a thing.
I do.
Uncle, I'm sorry to find you so resolute. We have never had a quarrel to which I have been a party.
Daphne,
Yes.
let's make a deal. You keep Christmas in your way, and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Then let me leave it alone, then. Much good it has done you, much good it has ever done you.
There are good in many things that I have done me good, by which I have not profited. Christmas among the rest, but I have always thought of Christmas as a time of forgiving, a charitable and pleasant time, the only time I know when men and women open their shut-up hearts, and even though it hasn't put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good, and I say God bless it.
You're quite a powerful speaker. It's a wonder you never ran for office.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Dine with you. I'd sooner dine with the devil.
It would mean great joy to me, Sebastian, if you would join us.
Sebastian,
Yes.
a struggling artist as penniless as yourself. Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love.
Yes, I did.
That is the only thing more ridiculous than Merry Christmas. Good afternoon.
Uncle, I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Or why can't we be friends?
You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If quite convenient, sir.
It is not convenient, and it is not fair. If I were to stop half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, no doubt. And yet, you don't think me ill-used, paying a day's wages for no work.
But it's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December.
It's not me, though. It's the wife and kids. They have their hearts set on Christmas.
And in my pockets, no doubt. Fine, I suppose you'd better take the whole day. But be here all the earlier the next morning.
Thank you, sir. That's more than generous of you.
Yes, I know. You don't need to mention it.
Merry Christmas, sir.
You're a clerk, making $7.50 an hour with a wife and children. Talking about a Merry Christmas. Bellevue awaits.
Ask me who I was.
All right. Who were you then? You're rather particular for a shade.
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Humbug and poppycock.
You don't believe in me, do you? Why would you doubt your very own senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them heaps. You may be a bit of undigested beef. A blot of mustard. Oh, cheese. A fragment of an underdone potato. There's more gravy than of grave about you. Whatever you want.
So, now, man of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. But why do you spirits walk the earth?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad amongst his fellow men and travel far and wide. My spirit never walked beyond our counting house. Mark me! In life, my spirit never roved beyond the narrow limits of our money-changing hole. So now in death I am doomed to wander. No rest, no peace. Incessant torture of remorse.
But you were always a good man of business.
Business. Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business.
You were chained. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it, link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. Would you know the weight of the strong coil you bear yourself? It was heavy and burdensome as mine 7 Christmas Eves ago. It is a ponderous chain now.
Speak comfort to me, Jake.
I have none to give. How it is that I appear before you in a shape that you can see I may not tell. I have sat invisible beside you many a day. That is no light part of my penance. I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and hope of escaping my fate.
You were always a good friend to me, Jacob.
You will be haunted tonight by 3 spirits.
Is that the hope and chance you were speaking of? Because if so, I think I would rather not.
Without their visits, Eben, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Look to see me no more, and look that for your own sake you remember what has passed between us.
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past.
No, silly. Your
I can't
past.
press that candle. It's blinding.
It is the light of truth. What would you so put out with worldly hands?
What brings you here tonight?
Your welfare.
Oh, well. Much obliged. I can't help thinking a night of unbroken rest would be more conducive to that end.
Your reclamation, then. Take heed, rise, and walk with me.
I can't go with you through there.
Why?
I am mortal and life is a fault.
Bear but a touch of my hand there, and you shall be upheld in more than that. Worry not. We are but shadows. No one can see us here. Do you know this place?
Know it? I went to school here. I could walk it blindfolded.
Strange to have forgotten it for so long. The halls are empty, but the school is not completely deserted. A solitary child, neglected by a family and friends, is left Sister Fan, a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a big heart. She died a woman and had children, did she not?
One child.
Your niece Daphne?
My fellow Americans, like so many of your homes, the White House is brimming with greens, colorful decorations, and a tree trimmed and ready for Christmas Day. And when Nancy and I look out from our upstairs windows, we can see the national Christmas tree standing in...
So, Jake, are you going to the Fezziwig's annual Christmas festival this year?
No. Why should I?
Because it's fun, because we go every year.
It's a small matter, though, isn't it, really?
Small? How?
Well, I mean, you know, he spends a little of his money on food and drink and papier-mâché to make silly fools so full of gratitude. Tell me, how long have we worked for old Fezziwig?
For about 3 years now. And you know, Fezziwig doesn't have to do so much for the community, but he does.
He spends what? A couple hundred on this one night for such a trivial cause? Is that so much that he deserves our praise?
Come on, Jake, it's not the money. I mean, old Fezziwig has the power to make us happy or unhappy. Say that his power lies in words and looks, and light and insignificant that you can't count and add them up. What's left then? The happiness that he gives, it's quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
You're just saying that because you're shipping the boss's daughter.
And look who's jealous because he's not getting any.
I think you and I are meant for better things. Greener pastures.
You're sounding like my father now. I mean, he thinks I'm wasting my life working for Fezziwig.
Well, maybe your father's right.
Humbug.
My father was also careful of me that I never had a child's heart. My father dealt so wisely with me, Evan, from my cradle to this hour. But I never had a child's belief or a child's fear. So, unlike you, I'm not afraid of success, but eagerly await the day it arrives.
You think I'm afraid of success? I'm afraid of success?
You've
really
spent so much of your life alone, used to companionship with only your own thoughts. Have you ever known the strength of the want in your heart for the frequent recognition of a nod, a look, or a word?
It matters little to you. Very little. Another idol has displaced me in your heart.
What are you talking about? What idol has displaced you?
A golden one?
This is the even-handed dealing of the world. There is nothing on which it is so hard as poverty, yet nothing it condemns with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. All of your hopes have merged into the hope of being beyond the chance of its sordid reproach. I've seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one, until the master passion, gain, well, it engrosses you, have I not?
So what then? So what if I have grown so much wiser? I have not changed towards you, have I?
Oh, Eben, our contract is an old one. When it was made, we were both poor and content to be so. Only in good season until we could prove our worldly fortune by our patient industry. You are changed. When it was made, you were another man.
I was a boy.
Your own feeling tells you that you are not what you are. But I am. That what promised happiness when we were one in heart is fraught with misery now that we are two. How often and how keenly I have thought of this I will not say. It is enough that I have thought of it and can release you.
I have never sought release, have I?
In words, no, but in actions. In a changed nature, in an altered spirit. In another atmosphere of life and another hope as its great end. And anything that made my love of any value or worth in your sight. If this had never been between us, tell me. Tell me, would you seek me out and try to win me now, a dowerless girl?
You seem to think not.
What a cowardly answer.
Are you saying it's over?
Yes. Yes, I am. I am sure you may feel pain in this now, but I know in a very brief time that you will dismiss the memory of this gladly as an unprofitable dream, from which that you awoke. May you be happy in the life that you have chosen.
Belle. Belle.
Ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You have never seen the likes of me before.
No. And I wish the pleasure had been indefinitely postponed.
Have never walked forth with the younger members of my family, meaning my elder brothers, since I am the younger. My elder brothers born in these latter years.
I don't think I have. No, I'm afraid I have not. Do you have many brothers, Spirit?
More than 2,000.
Wow. A tremendous family to provide for, I'm sure.
There are some upon this earth of yours who lay claim to know us, and who do their deeds of passion, pride, ill will, hatred, envy, bigotry, and selfishness in our name, who are as strange to us and all our kith and kin as if they had never lived. Remember that, and charge their doings on themselves, not us.
Spirit, are they yours?
They are man's. And they cling to me, appealing from their fathers. The one clad in red is ignorance. This one clad in green is want. Beware them both. But most of all, beware of the one clad in red, for on his brow I see that written which is doom, unless the writing be erased.
Kids in bed yet?
Yeah. How was Tiny Tim in church today?
As good as gold. And better. Somehow he gets thoughtful, sitting by himself so much, and thinks the strangest things you ever heard.
He told me, coming home, that he hopes the people would see him in the church because he was a cripple. And it might be pleasant for them to remember on Christmas Day, who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Oh, of course he did, honey. I think you've had enough now. What are we going to do, Bob? We have no insurance, and he has a pre-existing condition.
Maggie, it's Christmas.
What's your excuse the rest of the year, Bob?
It'll be okay.
I'm sorry. This just isn't how I saw our lives going.
No, it isn't exactly how I saw it either. Anyway, tomorrow should be good.
Yes, I guess. The whole family will be here, opening presents under the tree, and a good turkey dinner.
A toast to a Merry Christmas, a New Year, and Ebenezer Scrooge, the founder of tomorrow's feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
But Maggie, it's Christmas. Think of the children.
It should be Christmas Day, I am sure, on which one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, and unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows better than you do, poor fellow. He doesn't pay you a living wage. We live with your parents, for Christ's sake.
My dear, Christmas Day?
Fine. I'll drink his health for your sake in the days, not for his. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
Spirit, please tell me that Tiny Tim will live.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my race will find him here. What then? If he be like to die, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Did you ever stop to think that perhaps in the sight of heaven that you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child? O God, to hear the insect on the leaf pronouncing on too much life among his hungry brothers in the dust.
I take it that you're the spirit of Christmas yet to come. And you will be showing me images of things that have not happened but will happen. Spirit of the future, I fear you more than any specter I've seen tonight. Since I know that your purpose is to do me good, and I hope to be a better man than the man I was, I am ready to follow you. So conduct me where you will.
Oh my God, when is the funeral?
I don't know, but I don't mind going as long as lunch is provided.
Oh, then I'm not going. You know, I never eat lunch, and I never wear black gloves.
Ugh.
Can you believe the man is finally dead?
I can't believe you're selling his belongings online.
Why, does it somehow offend your moral standards?
Hey, everyone's got a right to take care of themselves. God only knows he always did.
Perhaps it's best if we leave God out of this. Besides, you weren't his personal assistant for years. Talk about the most thankless job ever. I mean, look at these sheets. The ones that the old piece of flint actually died on.
I hope he had nothing catching.
No need to worry about that. I wasn't so fond of his company that I'd loiter about him for such things if he did.
What did he die of, anyway?
All anyone knows is he's dead. Can you believe someone's going to waste an outfit and bury him in this? I had more sense and ripped him right off his cold, dead body.
Clothes like that should remain buried for no one to see.
They're designer.
How did he do that to designer?
Besides, if he wanted to keep this stuff after he was dead, wicked old screw, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have had somebody to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of lying gasping out his last there, alone by himself.
Come to think of it, I bet I was his best friend. We always nodded to each other in passing on the street.
I see. The case of this unhappy man might not be unlike my own. My life tends towards that end now.
He frightened everyone while he was alive, to profit us all when he died.
Surely someone must feel something for this man's death. I mean, nobody is that horrible.
Come on, won't you show me some compassion towards death?
Through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me, and the rod and my staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Maggie, Bob will be home any minute. Please don't let him see you cry.
No, I dare not show tears in front of your son, Martha.
Tiny Tim is in a better place. At least now he...
Gee, Bob's late tonight.
He walks slower than he used to, and I've known him to walk very fast indeed with Tiny Tim on his shoulder.
So have I. So have I.
But then he was light to carry, and his father loved him so that it was no trouble at all. No trouble.
Bob, where are you?
Sorry I'm running late tonight. I went to the churchyard today. I wish you could have gone with me. It would have done your heart good to see how sweet and green a place it is, but you'll see it off tonight. I promised Tim we'd visit him there every Sunday.
Spirit, before I look at that, are these the shadows of the things that will be, or maybe? It was me. The man whose death moved no one. Whose life was so empty and meaningless that nobody cared when he had left their company. It was all me! All right. I understand now. I understand. What do I understand? I understand that men's courses will foreshadow certain ends to which, if persevered in, they must lead. But if the courses be departed from, the ends will certainly change, will they not? It has to be so with what the Spirit has shown me. Otherwise, what was the point? Why show me these things if I am past all hope? Oh, God, if you do exist, believe me, I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I must have been but for this intercourse. Blessed Virgin Mary, I have been taught over the years that it is in your divine nature to intercede for me, and it is also in your divine nature to take pity upon me. Send me a sign then, any sign, that assures me that I yet may change these shadows that I have been shown by an altered life. I am resolved. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing that is on this stone! I am not the man I was. I am not the man I was. I am not the man I was. I am not the man I was.
Everybody, I'm gonna go out and pick up Aunt Maria from the train station now. See you in a bit.
Wait, is that Mr. Scrooge? Wonder if he's dead. We should be so lucky. Wait, no, like I constantly tell Maggie, it's Christmas. That's not fair. Although that would be a Christmas miracle.
Yes, boss? You okay? Have you been out here all night?
What day is it?
It's Christmas Day, sir.
It's Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't miss it. The spirits must have done it in one night. What am I saying? Of course they could do it. I mean, they're spirits. They can do anything they want. I mean, what's the difference between one day and... and what is time but a man-made concept anyway? I mean, they say that 1,000 years is like one day to God. So really, I mean... Okay, Cratchit, you know the butcher's shop on 25th and Lincoln? You know, on the corner there?
Yeah.
You know the prized turkey they have in the window?
The one that's as big as me.
Yes, the one that's as big as you. Do you know if they still have it?
I think so. I was eyeing it the other day.
Okay, so, Cratchit, here is my credit card. You go buy yourself and your family that turkey and whatever else you need for your Christmas feast tonight.
Huh? Oh, sir, I couldn't possibly use this.
No, come on. It's Christmas. I mean, a Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas than I have given you for many. You sure? Yeah. Excuse me, sister. I hope you were successful in your endeavors this past Christmas. It was very kind of you. Very kind.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, that would be my name, and I fear it might not be very pleasant to you, so if you would have the goodness,
Wow, glory be. Wait, are you serious?
If you please, and not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in it, I assure you.
My good sir, I don't know what to say to such munificence.
Don't say anything. Just come see me sometime at the office, okay? All right.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. but now am found, was blind, but now I see.
Daphne? Look, I have been incredibly foolish, and I am sorry. I would like to invite you and Sebastian over for dinner sometime. How does Tuesday night sound?
His grace hath brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When within the 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, with no less days to sing God's praise than when with first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Was blind, but now I see.
Scrooge was better than his word.
And became as good a friend, and as good a master, and as good a man as the old city ever knew.
And to Tiny Tim,
who did not die,
he was his second father. Some people laugh to see the alteration in Scrooge's spirit.
But he let them laugh, and little did he heed them.
He was wise enough to know that nothing good ever happened on this globe. That some people did not have their fill of laughter from the outset.
And better they should wrinkle up their eyes in grins than have the malady in less attractive form.
Exactly. And it was said that he knew how to keep Christmas if any man possessed the knowledge.
May that be truly said of us all. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us.